Hello, we are Narqui Amaya and Beatriz Gamero, and this is our final project, Phips Conservatory. Phips Conservatory is a cultural and architectural centerpiece of the city's Oakland neighborhood. It has also become an excellent defender for advanced green building practices, sustainable gardening, and new environmental awareness. This structure follows the sustainable design principles. It is composed by various areas: sustainable perennial garden, welcome center, shops and cafe and entrance, palm court, sunken garden, serpentine room, Victoria room, Fern room, East room, Rotary room, Stove room, Orchid room, South conservatory, tropical fruit and spice room, tea gallery, tropical forest conservatory, special events, botany hall, production greenhouses, discovery garden, Japanese courtyard garden, aquatic garden, and outdoor garden. Let's take a look at the place. The Sustainable Perennial Garden is located around the Dome of Phips. It is an example of sustainable garden and it has a public use. The plants require minimal water and fertilizer and no pesticides. Welcome Center. Pixar Architects IKM were responsible for the remodelation of the Welcome Center. This architecture office took on the challenge of renovating a Victorian conservatory to its style and historical value, besides that would meet the ecological standards that today are very important because these guidelines reduce the environmental damage. Some of these energy-saving features includes a green roof that acts as a heat sink. This roof enhances the building's efficient climate control systems. This building has computer-controlled vents in the glass dome. A new technology like T8 wall of laminated and insulated windows that rounds the length of the concave courtyard constrains glare and heat while allowing the maximum amount of daylight to pass through. The energy of this conservatory is 100% produced by solar and wind power generated off-site. An interior with low or no VOC, volatile organic compounds, paints, adhesives, carpet, and substrates along with locally mined limestone and water-saving fixtures. These types of materials can reduce all the cost. Low-flow toilets use 1.5 gallons of water per flush. Refrigeration and fire suppression systems use no hydrochlorofluorocarbons, HCFCs, or halogens, which contribute to ozone depletion. These features help the conservatory to reduce the energy cost up to 40%, also the 22% above the required level for LEED Silver certification. This is a complete ecologic experience. So, to complete it, the cafe features locally grown and organic foods, uses corn-based compostable drinking cups and recycled napkins, and composts all pre- and post-consumer food and food service waste. Also, the items in the gift shop promote sustainable harvesting. Palm Court is a Victorian room with species of palm trees. It is a big entrance to the indoor display rooms. The people who visit the place can enjoy the 4 installations of glorious Chiholi artwork. Sunken Garden is a place where the seasonal flowers show takes place. It has a stream, hanging baskets, fountains, and especially sunken beds. Serpentine Room is located in the west side of the conservatory. It is a changing display space that features seasonal shows and special exhibits. Victoria Room is a place in where the Victorian style is reflected. It has a pool that has an interactive fountain in which people controls jets and lights. In the front room we can find the oldest and primitive plants like the plants of the Triassic period, the first stage of the dinosaurs. Each room provides a view that adjusts to seasonal themes, and it is also one of the major changing display rooms. Broderie room or parterre de broderie. It is a room accommodated with formal French style, like the gardens displayed in the chateaux of the nobility in France. In the orchid room we can find many exotic plants and a close view of miniature orchids in natural setting. A stove room becomes a butterfly forest during spring and fall. It also offers a view of plants of deep tropics. South Conservatory is a big room that features a walkway that allows dynamic view, a large center bed, and water features. Tropical Fruit and Spice Room is a place where we can find tropical and subtropical fruits, nuts, and spices from around the world. The gallery is typically used for educational purposes, events, and visits from Santa during holidays. Aquatic Garden is open during summer months. It is located outside the Victoria Room. This garden has two pools with hardy and tropical water plants and also floating plants. Outdoor Garden has beautiful views to the ocean's cultural and educational landmarks. It has winding walkways, streaming fountains, and shaded benches.
Production greenhouses. These are a system of greenhouses belonging to the Fifth Conservatory. These greenhouses were renewed to enable and operate the most advanced in terms of energy efficiency and crop development techniques. It was developed open-roof system to eliminate the need for mechanical ventilation and improving energy efficiency in greenhouses development. Besides multiple layers of blanket energy in greenhouses, the use of photosensor and occupancy for lining and upgrading of mechanical equipment to achieve greater performance were incorporated. Temperature, light levels, and humidity are controlled computation equipment, allowing the production staff to maintain 16 different growing environments within the 8 ranges. This is the opportunity to grow a wider variety of plants than was possible in the previous installations. Tropical Forest Conservatory. This conservatory had its origin in search of improving every implemented system in the Welcome Center. Some of the innovations that are applied in this part of the building are use of the energy-saving insulated roof glass while still maintaining proper light level for growing plants. Radical roof venting system coupled with air tubes, fogging, and computer-controlled shades make the structure 100% passively cooled. A solid oxide fuel cell was manufactured as a prototype by Siemens Power Generation to convert natural gas into electricity. While it is not currently in use, it was the world's first use of a fuel cell in a public garden. root zone heating, and thermal masing in the surrounding walls that amplify energy savings. The result of all these techniques, the most energy efficient conservatory in a public garden in the world. Cooling costs are zero. Heating costs are estimated to be less than half of those incurred by a typical conservatory. A special event. Fifth has long been a destination for wedding and special events, but this new facility greatly expanded the ability to host larger and more diverse events like formal dinner, business lunches, and informal gatherings. For special events, the lounge offers unparalleled versatility in setting besides putting firsthand the importance of nature in our life, and it sensitizes the people who are in the place. Botany Hall. The Botany Hall is a Mediterranean-inspired garden in which we can see different types of flowers in hue of blue and yellow. Also, we can enjoy curved benches and a unique fountain that create an inviting space to delight the peace of the nature. Japanese Courtyard Garden. In 1991, Hoichi Korisu designed the Japanese Courtyard Garden. This garden has two remarkable features. The first is the Japanese garden, a natural-looking man-made landscape, and the second, bonsai, a man-made miniature representation of tree and landscape. These two are considered the most important arts from Japan. This characteristic makes this place a unique garden because, in Japan, Japanese gardens and bonsai are rarely, if ever, displayed together. Discovery Garden. The Discovery Garden was designed for special visitors, children. Here we could find a lot of funny activities for the joy of toddlers, featuring a giant tree with a stone for climbing, gardens designed to attract birds, butterflies and bees, a color wheel garden, bug garden, sensory garden and more. This dynamic outdoor space provides ample hands-on opportunity to discover the mysteries of nature, learn and play. Fifth Conservatory is an example of proper use of the principle of sustainable design. This building works with renewable energy produced on site with solar and wind that doesn't deplete natural resources or create hazardous waste. Its structure invites the people to coexist with nature and learn more about it with all the information that we find in the different areas of the place. This building idea generates a motivation in the people to use green building and to take care of nature. We should take it like a model of construction of our principal institutions in the country.